Jungkook returns to the room after taking a morning shower and making himself a hot cup of tea to warm himself up. The boy rubs his face, trying to drive away the fatigue, and picks up his phone from the floor, disconnecting it from the charger. The broken screen is so damaged in places that it just breaks the image in streaks, but in general, it's not that much of a hindrance. It's just that there are little things that Jungkook is ready to put up with in his miserable life without any problems, and a broken phone is one of them. He opens contacts, flipping through a not-so-long list, and finally comes to the painfully familiar mom with the red heart next to it. The video icon, FaceTime. Jungkook stares at himself as his face appears on the phone screen while he waits for a response. "Hello, Kook." A familiar face appears in front of his eyes, making Jungkook smile wearily. "Hey, Mom," he greets quietly, smiling even a little wider. "Did I wake you up?" "No, I woke up a long time ago." She tucks behind her ear a strand of dark hair with a light gray that fell out of a low bun. "I've already taken the girls to school." "How? How are you?" he dares to ask, ignoring the lump in his throat, and still smiling. "I'm fine, baby." The woman nods as she sits down in the chair, and Jungkook hears a tired exhalation. "Better tell me how you are. How are you doing in college?" "Oh, well, I passed the test recently. And I made a presentation. And I do French a lot." Jungkook nods, as if trying to back up his own words. "So, everything seems to be okay. When do winter exams start?" "Ugh, not so soon." He shakes his head, waving it off. "Before Christmas, I think. So it's more than a month, Mom. And are you coming for the holidays?" Jungkook looks down. The awkward feeling squeezing his chest prevents him from looking into her eyes. "I'll try, Mom. I'm just not sure I can do it. I'm working, and, well, aren't you all going to take some days off for the Christmas holidays?" Jungkook shakes his head again, frowning slightly, still staring at the shattered corner of his phone to avoid looking at the camera. "No, some departments stays open even on holidays. Especially the ones with newbies like me." Jungkook presses his lips together. He doesn't like to lie to her, but to tell the truth is also never dared. "Remind me never to use that bank." The woman laughs softly, making Jungkook smile and look at her. He sees how the picture trembles slightly, and he knows perfectly well that the matter is in his mother's trembling hands. Jungkook really tries his best to smile. "You said you were glad I was now working in my profession." He struggles to live up to his own lies, knowing full well that he would have said it if it were all true. "If I'd known that you wouldn't be coming home for Christmas when you entered economics, I wouldn't have let you go," she jokes, but Jungkook knows that of course she would. She never hoped that he would be able to leave and study, but he did everything not to disappoint her. "Why are you awake so early, baby?" she asks solicitously, noticing the way Jungkook sips from his mug of tea and how damp his hair is after his morning shower. "Do you have a working day today?" He had a working night tonight. He was undressing in front of rich men and then ended up sitting on his boss's thighs to get paid. But Jungkook won't say that. "Yeah," Jungkook nods shortly. "I taught myself to get up on an alarm a long time ago." He lies, smiling tightly again, and hopes that his mother will not notice this. Maybe there's something good in her failing eyesight. She won't see the fake smile and the lies in his young blue eyes. "I hope your work doesn't interfere with your studies, dear. I don't want you to be kicked out of college." "No way, Mom." He shakes his head, swallowing another lump of bitterness in his throat. I'll remind you how you doubted me when you'd come to my graduation ceremony. She laughs softly, shaking her head in denial. From your mouth to God's ear, baby, she nods, and Jungkook blinks, looking down and pretending to examine his own nails to keep himself from crying. You will come, he mutters. It's only a year and a half before I get my degree. You will come, if you say so, honey, she smiles, clearing her throat, and Jungkook's heart tightens. Hey, Mom, the boy looks up as he watches his mom cuff into a handkerchief and look back at her phone. Yes, I'll send you more money today. You sent it a week ago, she argues quietly, shaking her head. No need. You're all right, Mom. Jungkook clears his throat and feels his nose tingle. You, please go see the doctor again, okay? Take the prescription for the drugs he mentioned last time, darling. The woman purses her lips. You know how much they cost. We can't afford it. I will send you money. Please God, just get the prescription. It's too expensive. Jungkook. Mom. Jungkook furrows his brows, fighting the urge to cry out of desperation. Mom, please? I work to be able to do this. So just accept my help. You send us money all the time, darling, she replies bitterly. I cannot. This is wrong, Jungkook. I should be the one taking care of my kids, not you, but I can. Jungkook, please, just go to the doctor again. I will send you the money today. And I'm going to try and send some more next week, okay? It's getting colder soon. You could buy the girl some new winter boots. He sees how his mother shakes her head in annoyance, and then, with trembling hands, wipes her cheeks from tears with the same handkerchief. But, darling, I'm doing my best for you, Mom. You shouldn't feel bad about this. I'm just thinking about you, she replies, sighing heavily and hoarsely. You're only 18, baby. You don't have to carry the entire family on your back because of your old mother, Mom, please. You know I hate it when you say that. Jungkook hears his own voice break and pinches his thigh to keep from crying. He forbids himself to do it in front of her. He must be strong for her. I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry, I remember. I don't want you to send the last thing you have. I'm working, Mom. He shakes his head. And I'm doing this to be able to help you. Technically, Jungkook convinces himself he's not lying. It's just not necessary to specify what his job is. Then it wouldn't even be a lie, would it? Somewhere in. He narrows his eyes at the time at the top of the screen. Half an hour, I think. I'll be out in half an hour and then I'll send you the money, okay? I just need to run to the nearest ATM, baby. Are you sure? Just go to the doctor again, okay? He asks softly, once again forcing himself to smile for her sake. Get the prescription today. And then immediately go to the pharmacy. And, get yourself a taxi, okay? Jungkook swallows. You'll have enough for everything. I will send enough. Get a taxi back and forth, please, Mom. He sees her wiping away her tears, and once again he pinches his thigh painfully, twisting the skin between his fingers. Don't cry. Don't you dare, he thinks. Okay, his mom nods, sniffling, and yet she gives up. It's your money, baby. I'll do as you ask. Call me if you need anything else, he asks, smiling at the corners of his lips when he sees that warm, familiar look she looks at him with. If you need more money, I will send it. Just call me, Mom. Fine, I'm sorry, I have to go. He sobs imperceptibly, and then fakes a wide smile. I have to go now, okay? Don't wanna be late for work, liar. Sure. Sure, honey, go. I don't want to keep you. Will you kiss the girls for me when they get back from school? Of course. I love you, Mom. Love you so much. I love you too. The woman smiles, admiring the image of her son on the screen of her smartphone. Have a nice day at work, baby. He waves goodbye to her, and along with the sound of the finished conversation, his smile disappears as well. He growls doomily, throwing the phone on the other side of the bed, somewhere in a crumpled blanket, and covers his face with his hands, falling on the mattress in the next second. The boy sobs, beats his hands on the bed and squeezes his eyes shut, letting tears well up. He hates to lie to her. And he hates to look into her eyes, seeing this glowing ember and knowing that he cannot do more. Jungkook would like to talk to her longer. He would like to tell her something good and would like her to tell how she and his younger sisters are doing. But he just can't, each time forcing himself to lie that it's time to run, and feels like he's only seconds away from crying. He doesn't cry in front of her. Never. Only after about 10 minutes, gradually calming down from the hysteria that had rolled in, the boy rubs his face with his hands, allowing red spots to grow on his skin, and then forces himself to rise to his feet and pulls on his clothes. All he has to do is get to the nearest ATM to deposit all the money he's made, send it to his mom, and then come back and sleep for a few hours before he has to go to his shift at the coffee shop. It's okay, Jungkook tells himself. Everything is the same as always. Jungkook collapses into the dressing room, breathing heavily, and immediately clings to the water cooler to drink. The dance came out too energy intensive, and now he needs to catch his breath somehow, but the next second he looks back again. Oh, hey, Jungkook, he whispers for only Jungkook to hear. Her VIP room. In an hour, again he wants to see you, okay, and he disappears, leaving Jungkook alone with a weary sigh. Will Mr. Kim ever get tired of it? That's the question Jungkook asks as he stomps over to the couch to spend his legal 30 minutes in peace and not thinking about the grown man who loves to touch him so much. Jungkook stands in the middle of the room in his dance pants and jacket over his head, breathing nervously. Enough, Mr. Kim lets out a chuckle as he steps closer and Jungkook holds his breath as the man is right in front of him. Relax, Taehyung says softly, running his fingertips slowly down the collar of the boy's jacket, teasing his hot skin with cold touches. You know I don't like it when you're tense. Things are quite different today, Mr. Kim. Jungkook swallows hard. I'm sorry I'm tense. Taehyung smirks out of the corner of his lips and then leans a little to the side, somewhere behind Jungkook. Here. The boy doesn't turn around, but hears the man deftly pour some alcohol into the bottom of a faceted crystal glass. Drink it. Taehyung straightens up, holding the glass in front of him with just a bit of amber liquid swaying in it, and Jungkook arches an eyebrow skeptically. I don't drink alcohol, sir. Taehyung rolls his eyes, raising the glass a little higher, almost to his lips. Drink it, Mr. Kim. Looks into blue eyes intently, inextricably, and the iron confidence in the look of the man turns all the walls of Jungkook to dust.